Hi, this is Juana from Bell Stamp for Fun. I hope you guys are having a great day. So you've recently purchased a new stamper, or you're new in stamping and need some help? I hope this video is helpful. So let's begin. Nowadays there's so many different stampers out there and it's quite overwhelming. Looking for a good stamper or the best stamper is like looking for the love of your life. And I know that sounds funny, but it's the honest truth. So you might have to go through a few stampers until you find the one that's right for you. Don't worry, we all go through the same process. Maybe you heard already the different types of firmness. So you can hear about squishies, about stickies, about firm. And you know what? None is better than the other one. It all comes down to a personal preference. Which one are you going to enjoy? And the only way to know that is trying them out for yourselves, you guys. I know so many lovely people in the stamping community and I feel very blessed. And guess what? We don't all like the same stamper. But we all create beautiful manicures. And that's because we found the stamper that works the best for us. So really keep that in mind, you guys. There isn't the best stamper, only the stamper that works the best for you. So, you purchase your new stamper, now what? I'm going to give you some tips. So here we have my stamper. I just took it out of the bag. This is actually a backup of my stamper. I purchased it a long time ago on AliExpress. Sorry to say, the seller does not sell stampers anymore. But you have your new stamper. Take it out of the package. The first thing we're going to do is stamp with it and get yourself your polish. Of course, you can use stamping polishes and stamping polishes. We have Conad, we have Mundo de Uñas. There's also Rica polishes. There's a lot of different brands of nail stamping polishes. It's always wonderful to have a good black and a good white. You're going to use them a lot. But if you don't have them, you can use regular polishes. Of course, there's a lot of regular polishes. You'll be surprised on how many you might already own. It just takes time to sit down and swatch them. Look for polishes that are thick and opaque. Just to give you some examples, here we have Simple Colors Snow Me White and Simple Colors Black on Black stamps beautifully. Of course, we have our Wet n Wilds that stamp beautifully. Of course, they're not the same formula as they used to be, but you can fix that. Just take off the cap and keep your eye on it until it thickens up, alright? So that's a little tip for you guys. Colorina 02, if you live in Puerto Rico, is a wonderful black, so definitely pick up a few. This is very cheap. And we have China Glaze polishes. You'll be surprised on how many stamp. This is one of my favorite silver. This is China Glaze Alma for you. China Glaze white on white stamps beautifully because this polish thickens up very fast. And if it thickens up, don't throw it away. Use it for stamping, of course. There's a lot of metallic polishes that work great. Here we have Maybelline's Gold Bold, Sally Hansen's Silver Sweep. So that's just an example on polishes for you guys to use, okay? So now what we're going to do, we're going to try out our stamper. So here we have Bundle Monsters Extra Large 112, and we're going to stamp. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Let me fix my light. And here we have the stamper. As you can see, when you purchase your new stamper, it has a shine to it. Can you see that shine? Can you see the lights? And you have to remove that, but don't do it yet. Try your stamper out first. You might be lucky and it stamps. So I'm going to be using Colorina 02. So let's apply polish on the plate. We're going to use the same scraper. And we pick up. So you see we have a problem and that's because of the shine, but don't worry. Let's try it out one more time, right? Just in case. So as you can see, it's not beautiful, it's not clear, it's not crisp. So we definitely have to do something to the stamper. So first, wash your stamper with soap and water. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to use regular Dawn and water, and I'm going to wash it. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I just finished washing it. Now I'm going to dry it. It smells good now. And now we're going to try it out. Put it back on the stamper. My stamping plates. And it's still not working. I forgot to add, I have a lint roller, and that's to clean my stamper, and I have it right here on the side. Can't see it, but it's there. Alright, so I'm going to try one more time. Just to show you guys. And as you can see, it still is not stamping. So step number 2, you're going to get a cotton ball, you're going to get some acetone, and you're going to saturate that cotton ball. And now we're going to give, let me move this aside, we're going to give our stamper a good massage. So what I do, I just take my cotton ball and just swirl my stamper off. Okay, we're going to give it a good massage. Don't worry, it's not going to damage your stamper. We just want to eliminate that shine. Okay, so we have to try to eliminate that shine. And as you can see, it's already gone. But we're going to continue to do that. Okay, so we gave it a massage. Now let's try it out. Apply our polish, gently swipe, and pick up. Much better, isn't it? Wonderful. So let's try it again. And look at that, beautiful. You can stop right there and you're done. Okay, so try out those steps. Now, if you see it's still giving you a problem, you're still having problem, you can go ahead with your cotton ball with acetone and give it a good massage. Again, another massage. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is, trying to skip the step of using the file, because not many people know how to use the file, and it's quite easy to damage your stamper if you don't know. Alright, but if you're still having problems with your stamper picking up, I'm going to show you guys how to prime it with your file. Now for this, you need a fine nail file. These are examples. These are both from Sally Hansen. Let me move this around to the side. And I like these files, they're very cheap. And if you notice, these files have 2 sides, right? And one side is going to feel rougher than the other side. One side is going to feel smoother. Got that? And you want to use that smoother side, the side that you can hardly feel the grit to the nail file. That's the side you want to use. And with that side, you're going to buff your stamper out, okay? And you're just going to lightly buff all around your stamper. So remember, if you want to file it, okay, you have to use a side that you can hardly feel the grit to it. It's very smooth, you guys, very, very smooth. That way you don't scratch your stamper, you don't mess up your stamper, and all you're gonna do is lightly buff it. Be careful with nail buffers. There are some nail buffers that have more grit to them. Do you understand that? They're not that smooth. So just touch it, okay? And you're gonna know which side you're going to use. Do that and try it out. And it should work out, you guys. So I hope this was very helpful. to you on how to prime them. But do those steps I told you before. Wash it, give it a good massage with acetone, and try it out. If not, then go out to your nail file. Now I'm going to give you some tips on stamping, but keep in mind there's different ways to stamp. Everyone stamps differently, so I'm going to try to show you guys the different ways. When you take your scraper, it's very important to lightly scrape. If you scrape too hard, you're going to remove polish from the plate, and it's not going to pick up because you hardly have any nail polish left on the plate. So you really do have to swipe lightly. So you're going to apply your polish. You can apply it all over the image. You're going to apply a little bit, whatever you guys like to do. And you're going to scrape lightly and pick up. Okay, I like to push down, but there's different ways to picking up. So keep that in mind. You can pick up rolling. You can roll or push down. So remember that. Now I'm going to roll to show you guys. You can do it either way. So here we are rolling, okay? It's just what you prefer. Scraping, same goes for scraping. You can scrape in this direction, in this direction, in this direction, whichever direction. But remember to try all the directions. So if you're having a problem, turn your scraper and scrape in a different direction. And most of the times that helps. Here we have the famous Bundle Monster 401 octopus, and this octopus gives a lot of people a headache, and it gives me a headache as well. It's pretty hard to pick up, and by showing you this plate, I'm going to show you why it's very important to gently swipe. I'm going to use regular polish. I'm going to apply polish all over the octopus and I'm going to gently swipe. And there we have the octopus completely stamped on the nail. So that was, I swiped very lightly. Now I'm going to swipe hard, and I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Now I'm going to scrape a little harder. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys why you shouldn't scrape hard. And you see that? That's why you shouldn't scrape too hard, because you're going to remove polish, and as you've seen, it didn't seem that way, did it? But when you pick up, you can see the difference. That's why you have to try to scrape lightly. It takes a lot of practice. Now that I've showed you how to swipe, now I'm going to show you how to stamp on your nail. Remember, you have to be fast. I really think that you should keep your hands nearby, you know, or everything you need for stamping, your lint roller nearby, or your acetone, your scraper, your polish is nearby. That way, when you scrape, pick up, and stamp, that way you can do that process faster, okay? I really like to put my hands on the table to stabilize my nails, okay, because I have shaky hands and it really helps me a lot to do that. You have two ways of stamping. You can roll it or you can push it on, and this is a personal preference. I enjoy to roll on a lot because I guess I'm an old-fashioned girl, but when I try to center, then I will push down like this. But I really like to pick up my stamper and look at it, okay? Position the stamper facing me. That way I can see what I'm doing. So I can see what I'm doing, and I roll or I push down. See? Now, the trick of stamping is to be fast. You really have to work fast. That's the #1 rule, okay? So I'm going to apply the polish. Gently swipe, pick up. There we have the image. I'm seeing what I'm doing, and I stamp. See, I rolled on, but like I said, you can roll on or you can center it. Try those ways out stamps. And remember, you guys, to have fun, because that's the most important thing, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please take care and happy stamping. Bye.